The November general election is just around the corner. The Tacoma City Council has established a virtual forum, and it's almost time for Green Tacoma Days. All this and more coming up next on Tacoma Report. Hi, and welcome to this edition of Tacoma Report. I'm Angie Foster. Election Day is November 3rd, and ballots will be mailed to all registered voters in mid-October. There are several different options voters can use to make their vote count, from mail-in to drop-off boxes.
We're going to start mailing out ballots October 16th, so they should be hitting your household at least by October the 23rd. Plenty of time to be prepared and get your ballot in early. And before the ballots arrive, watch for your local voters pamphlet. That'll be coming out October 8th, October 9th, and the state's voter pamphlet will be coming out around the same time. So 2 voter pamphlets, 1 election, and you'll be prepared.
Pierce County has 47 drop boxes, postage-free, open 24 hours a day during the 18-day voting period. Expect the 2020 general election voter's guide to arrive before your ballots. For information and a lot of resources on Pierce County voting, log on to the county's election website. The City of Tacoma is establishing a new temporary emergency micro-shelter site. This past summer, an existing temporary site was moved to the east side from its location on the hilltop. In addition to that one, this newest site is planned for a location at 602 North Orchard Street, and it's expected to be ready for people to move in before the end of the year. It will provide new shelter spaces to help increase capacity during inclement weather for people who are unhoused. The new site is on property owned by the First Christian Church. For more information about temporary emergency micro-shelter sites in Tacoma or to participate in providing a shelter site, visit the webpage. The Tacoma City Council has been working to increase opportunities for public feedback to the council, which helps inform their policy decisions. The council now has a new virtual forum which takes place the 4th Tuesday of each month at 6 p.m. or promptly following the adjournment of the regular council meeting should it extend beyond that time. Virtual forum will last as long as the COVID declaration of emergency and associated restrictions that have become necessary to curb the spread of the virus. You can participate through Zoom and watch it right here on TV Tacoma or Facebook Live. The city's Public Works Department is holding a virtual open house for the second phase of the South 56th Street and Cirque Drive Corridor Improvements Project. Community members can participate via a Zoom webinar on Thursday, October 15th from noon to 1 p.m. Phase 2 of the project will replace pavement along the corridor, upgrade curb ramps and sidewalks to meet ADA requirements, install bike facilities, and more. To find out about the project or to register for the virtual open house, visit the city's website. The CDC recently published recommendations for celebrating Halloween, Dia de los Muertos, and Thanksgiving, which provides community members with information about activity risk level. The recommendations provide a guidance and identify activities in categories including lower risk, moderate risk, and higher risk. The Washington State Department of Health is still reviewing and finalizing its recommendations for holiday celebrations to ensure that they are in alignment with CDC and state mandates. For more information, visit the CDC and state web pages. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and in the Tacoma-Pierce County area, there are many services available to those who seek help in combating this problem. We find out more in this report from Megan Marquette.
In a house in a quiet Tacoma neighborhood is a home for women who are working to rebuild their lives to make a better future for themselves and their children.
At New Phoebe House, we serve women and children from Pierce County. Our residents all are challenged with chemical dependence, and they have young children under the age of 7, so they're coming here to recover from life's challenges and to reunify with their children. We have a long history of working in Pierce County to help mothers who have many life challenges, and our program is up to 2 years for women and their kids, and they enter, and by the time they leave, most of them have either gained their GED, they're in some form of schooling, vocational training, they've handled legal issues, they have reunited with their children, and are ready to become assets in the community.
New Phoebe House serves 45 to 50 families per year and has room for 15 women and up to 10 children. One of those who has been helped is Chloe Yelden.
New Phoebe House has helped me in many different ways. First off, getting into a recovery program that I'm working in order to stay clean and sober. My self-esteem is higher and I'm learning structure, and it allows me to work my program and also work on myself and be a better mom to my son. The New Phoebe House is helping women to get off the streets, to live a better life, to be better in our community, so we can help those who are struggling, because we've been there, and if we have overcame our struggles and all the things that we went through, we're able to not only have compassion for people out in our community, but we're able to have the skills to work with them as well.
If you are interested in how you can help New Phoebe House, go to their website to find a wish list of items and services they need. For Tacoma Report, I'm Megan Marquette.
In addition to the New Phoebe House, there are more organizations in the Tacoma-Pierce County area that are there for those in need. More information can be found by going to domesticshelters.org. When we come back from the break, we'll show you how you can make Tacoma greener. Stay with us. Welcome back to Tacoma Report. Flashlights, generators, batteries, it's that time of year again. And as you make your safety checklist for outage season, don't forget to sign up for Tacoma Power's new outage portal, just in time for the outage season. This new tool from Tacoma Power makes sure you don't get left in the dark, giving you the power to report outages online or via text message, receive updates, and learn about other outages happening in your area. Tacoma Power customers get to choose when they want to be notified and how, and have the option to include friends and family on that update list too. Sign up at mytpu.org/outages. The Green Tacoma Partnership invites families and individuals to participate in Green Tacoma Days, starting Thursday, October 8th through Sunday, October 11th. This group of organizations gets together every year to build community interest around greening Tacoma.
This year we're making it about 4 days worth of activities. Some of the activities actually are about 2 weeks worth of activities that you can engage in. There's a lot of different variety in the ways that people can participate in not just actually planting trees and caring for trees or other plants, but also just exploring the outdoors.
There are many different ways to get involved, including a nature exploration on Tacoma Community College's Back 40, or a day to visit Wapato Park to pick up a couple of plants to take home, or you can sign up for the volunteer opportunities throughout the area.
Green Tacoma Day is an opportunity for us to sustain and grow a greener Tacoma, and we can do that through individual actions. We can do that from a kind of a collection of activities, but just an opportunity to get outside, a reminder to get outside and do what you can.
To participate in Green Tacoma Days and to view a full calendar of events, visit the Earth Corps' website. It's the fall season again, and the city is working to keep the community clean by sweeping up leaves and debris on a scheduled basis. Stacey Elliford has more on what residents should do when street sweepers are scheduled to be in their neighborhood.
Fall is leaf season, and if you get a card like this in the mail, it will show a specific date that street sweepers will be in your neighborhood.
We have a crew on Graveyard. We do 9 months systematically throughout the city, and about 3 months during the leaf season, which is starting right now.
One important thing to remember is to never leave yard waste in the street. It can clog storm drains and cause urban flooding.
It just takes longer for us to finish our areas, and we might not be able to respond to other areas that may need sweeping. It could cause flooding if the leaves plug up the catch basins, especially this time of year.
Instead, rake up leaves and place them in your brown yard waste container, or compost and use as mulch in your garden. City residents can dispose of yard waste for no additional charge at the Tacoma Recovery and Transfer Center.
The most important element of the street sweeping program is it improves the quality of the stormwater. And of course, it beautifies the neighborhood, removes hazards from the road, and helps prevent some flooding in the leaf seasons.
Help city crews this leaf season. On your scheduled street sweeper day, remember to remove all cars and waste containers. And before crews arrive, prune branches 14 feet above the street surface. This will help the entire street get the best sweep it can. For Tacoma Report, I'm Stacy Ellifrit.
To view your neighborhood sweeping schedule or to find out more about the street sweeping program, visit the city's website. Flu season is almost upon us, and healthcare officials are encouraging everyone 6 months and older to get a flu vaccine. This year, it's more important than ever to get a flu shot, and most pharmacies and doctors' offices now have them available.
Last year, we actually had an early flu season. We saw some in October and November. So in my opinion, about October, November is a great time to get a flu shot. And especially with COVID-19, I would really recommend, even if you're someone who says, oh, I don't ever get that flu shot. Well, I would do it this year because flu can look a lot like COVID-19. And if you can prevent yourself getting an illness, getting the flu where you have fever, body aches, cough, that can look a lot like COVID. You can prevent yourself worrying about that. And potentially you could get the flu and COVID-19. And I think that would be pretty bad, pretty hard on a person's body. So really, this is a year to get your flu shot.
More information about flu vaccinations can be found by going to the Tacoma Pierce County Health Department's website. The city is looking at how to continue to develop housing that meets everyone's needs, from lifestyle to affordability. This is why the city's Planning and Development Department is looking at expanding the infill program to encourage the development of different types of housing in areas that have traditionally been only single-family housing styles. The idea would be to allow for the development of duplexes, triplexes, townhomes, cottage-style dwellings, and other small multi-family dwellings in neighborhoods around Tacoma. For more information about the project, visit the webpage. And finally, the Tacoma Police Department recently held a memorial for one of its canines who was killed in the line of duty. Ronya had been tragically shot during the pursuit and capture of an armed suspect who was being sought for a homicide in the city of Tacoma. The ceremony began with a police procession of nearly 50 vehicles from the State Patrol, neighboring agencies, and Tacoma. It started at Cheney Stadium and made its way to police headquarters on Pine Street. Ronya's memorial included an honor guard presentation of colors, a prayer by the department's chaplain Ben Harris, and remarks by many, including Police Chief Don Ramsdale.
Following that capture, she joined a group of kids and a few of our officers at the Boys and Girls Club, where the kids made a banner and had an official thank you meet and greet with Ronya. Of course, she wowed the kids and exemplified the power of police canines to not only sniff out suspects involved in crimes, but also relate to the community in a positive way, as evidenced in her wonderful connection with the kids at the Boys and Girls Club on that day.
During the incident in which she was killed, she sacrificed herself to save the life of her partner and her fellow officers. During her memorial, she was presented the Medal of Valor by the Washington State Police Canine Association. Deputy Munson of the Pierce County Sheriff's Department was on hand to present the award and provide a remembrance of her life. Police Chief Don Ramsdale also presented the department's Riker Award to her handler, Officer Seiler. The Riker Award is the department's highest award given to a canine in recognition of their dedicated service to the city. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, attendance at her memorial was limited, but the event was broadcast live right here on TV Tacoma, so residents could pay their respects. We thank Ronya for her dedicated service to the police department and all the residents of Tacoma. That's all the time we have for this edition of Tacoma Report. A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. Until next time, I'm Angie Foster. Thanks for watching.